Which approach best supports an adult learner preparing a dramatic monologue for the LAMDA assessment? A. Memorizing lines without contextual analysis. B. Connecting the character's objectives to personal experiences. C. Rehearsing only in front of a mirror. Reciting the material at maximum speed. 2. When evaluating a learner's LAMDA performance, which criterion aligns most closely with authentic assessment principles? A. Total number of lines memorized. B. Personal style preference of the examiner. C. Ability to convey emotional truth and vocal clarity. Use of costumes and props. 3. In curriculum development for LAMDA exam preparation, which component must be prioritized? A. Rote repetition of content. B. Sequence of skills from simple to complex. C. Exclusive focus on written theory. D. Eliminating all opportunities for reflection. 4. In the LAMDA speaking in public exam, which strategy best enhances communication effectiveness? A. Avoiding eye contact to reduce stage fright. B. Speaking quickly to finish sooner. C. Structuring ideas with a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. D. Memorizing gestures from online videos. 5. Which mentoring technique best supports learners struggling with character interpretation for LAMDA acting exams? A. Giving direct answers to avoid confusion. B. Encouraging exploration through guided questioning. C. Focusing only on pronunciation corrections. D. Minimizing rehearsal time. 6. Which evaluation method ensures fairness and reliability during LAMDA performance assessments? A. Allowing subjective personal preferences to guide scoring. B. Using standardized rubrics aligned to exam criteria. C. Scoring based on audience reactions. D. Granting extra points for costumes. 7. What is the primary purpose of warm-up exercises in LAMDA practice sessions? A. To impress examiners. B. To physically prepare the body and voice for expressive performance. C. To lengthen the rehearsal time. D. To avoid skill-based activities. 8. In preparing learners for LAMDA's verse and prose exam, what strategy best supports adult learning retention? A. Learning the passage in one long session. B. Connecting the text's themes to real-life experiences. C. Avoiding discussion of the meaning. D. Reading the passage silently only. 9. What is most crucial when coaching an adult learner for the LAMDA reading for performance exam? A. Rapid reading to showcase fluency. B. Monotone delivery to reduce mistakes. C. Emphasizing vocal variety and audience engagement. D. Avoiding eye contact at all times. 10. In LAMDA's acting exam, which skill demonstrates mastery of communication? A. Reciting lines exactly as written without emotional depth. B. Using monotone voice to maintain clarity. C. Expressing the character's intention through both voice and physicality. D. Avoiding movement to reduce risk of errors. 11. Which curriculum development step ensures alignment with LAMDA exam standards? A. Selecting random performance pieces. B. Mapping learning outcomes to published exam criteria. C. Choosing materials based solely on personal favorites. D. Eliminating formative assessments. 12. When assessing a learner's improvisation skills for LAMDA, which indicator is most valid? A. Ability to memorize improvisation scripts. B. Willingness to follow the mentor's exact directions. C. Evidence of spontaneous creative choices. D. Use of elaborate staging. 13. During LAMDA exam coaching, which communication technique builds learner confidence most effectively? A. Correcting every small detail immediately. B. Giving vague feedback. C. Providing specific, timely, and encouraging feedback. D. Focusing solely on weaknesses. 14. What should mentors avoid when preparing learners for the LAMDA speaking in public exam? A. Practicing structured delivery. B. Encouraging reflection and revision. C. Overloading learners with excessive theory. D. Teaching audience awareness. 15. Which adult learning principle best supports LAMDA rehearsal environments? A. Adults learn best through passive listening. B. Adults benefit from self-directed and experience-based activities. C. Adults require strict memorization. D. Adults avoid problem-solving tasks. 16. While coaching an adult learner for LAMDA acting, which practice most supports skill mastery? A. Immediate full-run performances without exploration. B. Blocking without intention. Layered rehearsal combining text, movement, and emotional beats. D. Reciting lines with no movement. 17. Which evaluation technique is most effective for monitoring progress during LAMDA training? A. One single summative test at the end. B. Ongoing formative feedback sessions. C. Scoring based on rehearsal attendance. D. Allowing peers to vote on best performance. 18. For LAMDA's devising drama exam, which skill is essential? A. Repeating a memorized monologue. B. Creating original content collaboratively. C. Avoiding interaction with group members. Using only published texts. 19. When developing curriculum for LAMDA speaking exams, which component must be included? A. Breathing and vocal projection techniques. B. Only theoretical written examinations. C. Avoidance of any structured practice. D. Complete dependence on recorded audio models. 20. A learner states they fear forgetting lines during their LAMDA exam. Which mentoring approach is best? A. Telling them mistakes are unacceptable. B. Encouraging techniques such as beat mapping and emotional anchoring. C. Avoiding rehearsal of difficult sections. D. Advising them to just relax. 21. In LAMDA performance evaluation, what demonstrates regulatory compliance? A. Modifying requirements based on mentor preference. B. Following standardized criteria published in the specification. C. Allowing improvisation instead of required material. D. Changing exam times without documentation. 22. For adult learners, what most improves retention of performance techniques for LAMDA exams? A. Passive observation of others. B. Experiential learning through repeated practice. C. Avoiding self-assessment activities. D. Memorizing scripts without context. 23. For the LAMDA musical theater exam, what skill is fundamental? A. Speaking lines without rhythm. B. Integrating movement, acting, and vocal expression. C. Avoiding character work. D. Ignoring the musical phrasing. 24. When coaching reading aloud for LAMDA, mentors should emphasize A. Speed over clarity. B. Pauses, inflection, and phrasing. C. Avoidance of vocal variation. D. Elimination of all gestures. 25. Which element strengthens communication skills for LAMDA exams? A. Rigid monotone delivery. B. Intentional use of tone, pitch, and pace. C. Avoidance of emotional expression. D. Speaking quietly to reduce errors. 26. In designing a LAMDA prep program, which principle enhances adult learner engagement? A. Ignoring learner goals. B. Providing choices in material selection. C. Limiting rehearsal variety. D. Removing reflective activities. 27. What should mentors use to ensure consistent scoring during mock LAMDA exams? A. Subjective personal impressions. B. Standardized performance rubrics. C. Audience applause. D. Costume evaluations. 28. Which technique improves an adult learner's articulation for LAMDA's speaking exams? A. Speaking rapidly. B. Practicing tongue twisters and controlled breathing. C. Avoiding vocal warm-ups. Whispering lines. 29. In LAMDA acting coaching, why is character motivation essential? A. It helps justify vocal and physical choices. B. It increases line memorization only. C. It eliminates the need for rehearsal. D. It focuses solely on blocking. 30. Which strategy best supports an adult learner preparing for LAMDA's public speaking topic selection? A. Choosing a topic they have no interest in. B. Selecting familiar topics that they can speak about confidently. C. Choosing topics with extremely complex jargon. Asking the mentor to assign randomly. 31. Which evaluation method strengthens learner understanding of LAMDA criteria? A. Private scoring without explanation. B. Clear feedback linked directly to exam descriptors. C. Feedback based solely on performance style. D. Vague statements about improvement. 32. In mentoring for LAMDA improvisation, which guideline is most effective? A. Avoid taking creative risks. B. Listen actively and respond truthfully. C. Memorize scripted responses. D. Focus only on vocal projection. 33. For adult learners, which motivational strategy supports long-term LAMDA preparation? A. Ignoring accomplishments. B. Recognizing incremental progress. C. Setting unrealistic goals. D. Rehearsing only when perfect. 34. A learner struggles with pacing in LAMDA speaking exams. What is the best intervention? A. Encourage strategic pausing and controlled breathing. B. Advise them to speak as fast as possible. C. Limit rehearsal time. D. Skip pace-related exercises. 35. In the LAMDA acting exam, what demonstrates strong physical storytelling? A. Standing still throughout. B. Purposeful body movement that supports the character. Random gestures. D. Avoiding facial expression. 36. Which guideline ensures accessibility and fairness in LAMDA exam instruction? A. Using unclear rubrics. B. Providing materials in a structured, transparent manner. C. Giving different instructions to each learner. D. Reducing practice opportunities. 37. What is the mentor's ethical responsibility when preparing learners for LAMDA exams? A. Guaranteeing exam results. B. Ensuring accurate representation of exam rules and expectations. C. Allowing misinformation to reduce pressure. D. Ignoring official requirements.